Okay, we're rolling finally. I think.
Is the red light on?
Yep.
What's today, Tuesday?
Tuesday, the 15th.
You know how I know it's Tuesday?
Because I'm here.
Because you only come to Tennessee on Tuesday.
Tennessee Tuesdays, that's what I call it. Tennessee Tuesdays.
We just had some breakfast. There's a bunch of boxes of stuff that Justin brought down here. Whoever just came in here, walked back out that door.
Yeah, John cooked some mean eggs this morning. And
Yeah.
rice.
And rice. Rice and
Pounded
eggs.
it down.
It was eggs and rice or rice and eggs? So Epic Row, is that?
Yeah.
Do I have inventory of it?
Yes. All you guys have heard us talk about Epigrow, and it's been in very limited supply because it's a very expensive product to make. The main ingredient, Epicatin, is hard to get in a pure quantity. A lot of labs don't even carry it. I was able to finally get another order in, and I told John, I was like, you're going to be the first one to get the stuff as soon as we get it. So I brought him 24 units today, probably keep 2 for himself. So there'll probably be 22 on the website, I guess, for sale. You guys that's read about it, I'll make sure I get him a good description to put online. But it's got 3 ingredients. And I kind of section the 3 ingredient as 1 and then 2, 3 because the bottom 2 ingredients work together. 100% transparency on the label, there's no blend. It's like every bit of the milligrams are in there. We put 500 milligrams of Epicatin. We put the ECEG and Huperzine A. So the ECEG and Huperzine A are together. What they do is inhibit somatostim. Somatostim is the negative feedback loop of growth hormone. So let's just say you're young. So younger in life, you have lower somatostim, higher growth hormone. As we age, we get older, get out of shape. Well, growth hormone goes down. As you know, when you age, your growth hormone production goes down. Well, your somatostim subsequently goes up. So so y'all kind of get this now. So you're young, your growth hormone's high. As you age, it declines. When you're young, your somatostim's low, and it raises because it is the opposite of growth hormone. It shuts down growth hormone. Well, the ECEG and Huperzine A together in the exact milligrams that I have will inhibit somatostim while they're in your system. So we try to take this twice a day. You know, 2 capsules with breakfast, 2 capsules with lunch is perfect. If you do that, it's in your system for 6 hours. So that's going to keep your growth hormone right where it needs to be for about 12 to 15 hours during the day. Then before bed, you can take your Tropin or your MK677, then your growth hormone is going to be elevated from that. And I will say this, the MK677 and the Epigrow do work together. So the Epigrow will make 677 work probably 2 to 3 times better. So if you're taking 3 capsules of MK677, you could probably go down to 1 or 2 and get the same results adding in the Epigrow. Or you can leave them up and just get more results.
How much chocolate do you eat to just...
Oh God, if you tried to, yeah.
You toxic, you poison yourself.
Probably 20 pounds of pure dark chocolate for 1 serving.
With no sugar. Pure,
no sugar, yeah. I'm talking
dark
about,
chocolate.
and that stuff's gross.
Bitter chocolate.
Like I've ate 96% cacao for the health benefits before I could get Epicatin. It was not good. It was not good at all. I actually put it in coffee because that's the only way I could tolerate it. It was so bitter. And I like bitter dark chocolate. If I ever eat chocolate, it's dark chocolate. But it's real bitter to eat.
You ever go to like a Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or anything and look at the chocolate aisle?
Yeah.
There's some crazy shit they put in chocolate.
Crazy stuff. You'll have the raw, then you'll have the organic, you know.
Yeah, and
if
the
they
sea
pay,
salt and the fucking caramel and the fucking hot peppers. And
the spicy chocolate's a new thing. I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it for a couple of years.
It's like, what? Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to eat that.
Somebody apparently
cayenne pepper and dark chocolate. I don't know.
We got a, I made a post when I was pulling out, before I pull out of the driveway this morning, I made a post just saying you'd be here. Does anybody have any questions like we normally do? And I've got a couple pages of questions here. I haven't looked over them. Justin Tobin. Current Swinney stack is amino 6, hyperlean, champ protein, multivitamin, iron aminos. I'm down 30 pounds since August 1 and would like to know what I should add next to the supplements. I cardio in the morning and heavy lifting in the evening. Want to build muscle yet keep reducing fat as I go. Any help is appreciated.
Wow, 30. Okay, that's amazing.
That's a lot, yeah.
We may have talked through email, but that's amazing. And I'm starting a test. Let me say this real quick. I'm starting a testimony page on my website. I hired the same website person John has. She's phenomenal. But if you guys, any of you have stuff like that, he lost 30 pounds in 45 days. That's incredible. If you got before and after pictures, or if you just want to write something up, you want to be featured on the website, I will gladly take everything you do, put it to her, have your picture put up, your name or nothing. You can be anonymous under my testimonials page. Because people need to hear about stuff like that. Most people are not going to believe that. If I met somebody and they said, man, I lost 30 pounds in 45 days, I'd be like, you probably didn't.
Or the immediate thing you think is he's 500 pounds overweight.
Yeah, or you're 500 pounds, or, you know.
A couple hundred. 500, you're
or
not
he exaggerates, you know. But the next thing I would say to add is he's got a basic stack. The way I would go with it is kind of, what do you want more? You could increase the amount of lean you take. You know, you could decrease your amount of carbs, increase your protein in your food intake. If you want to gain some lean tissue, the laxagen is great because it helps reduce cortisol, and belly fat is one of those things. But it will help your protein synthesis, help you gain muscle. So it just kind of depends where you want to go. I don't know what you weigh. I just know you lost 30 pounds. It didn't tell his weight, I don't believe. So what I would say first is increase your lean 8 to where you do 2 capsules per meal, and then maybe go with the laxagen, okay? And then you could slowly get into the heavier stuff like the MK2866 SARM. That's the original SARM, the Ostarine. But guys that are out there and y'all want to lose weight, basically like you want to tone up, that's your main goal. I've got 2 SARMs in the works. And the first person that's going to get them is the only people that's going to get these online are going to be me and John. Because I'm not giving these to everybody because they're not in production. I haven't found any company putting these out in the pill form at the milligrams I'm doing it. And you guys can go ahead and Google this stuff. One of them's called SR 9009, SR 9009, and RAD 140. Both of those are made to increase your metabolism. They're basically like exercising a pill. They gave these things to rats, and the rats in the study did not exercise, and then a month later had the results that the same group that exercised did. So one group of rats basically slept the whole time, the other group exercised, and they had the exact same results. That's what that SARM did. They're calling it exercise in the bottle. It's incredible. They've been studying it since '09, so it is kind of new.
So does it raise your heart rate, or is it
it basically raises your basal metabolic rate, from what I understand, which I've got to do a little bit more research before I tell everybody how much to take.
What's it come from?
Again, it's like the SARMs. They're produced. The pharmacy company has come out with them, and eventually it'll be prescribed medication probably.
Was it like the slime off the back of a frog, or is it a plant in the rainforest? Or
I don't know.
Polywog?
Yeah, a lot of the guys that are in the labs, they can just create this stuff.
Right.
You know, you put A and B together, you're gonna get C.
Cool.
But you guys research that. That's gonna be coming out, and that's gonna be huge for you weight loss guys.
So I don't have to do any cardio.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the idea. Take this pill, don't do cardio. Which I don't know how well that's gonna work. I've only got 1 or 2 clients that
I'm surprised you just went along with it.
Well, that's what it's marketed as. That's what they're coming to the company as. Because some of these people who are obese, they physically can't walk. They're like, all right, take this pill, and your body's gonna think it did cardio.
So, if you were willing to do like 30 minutes of cardio a week, then you could still eat dessert every meal.
Or if you do it, it's gonna work like 60.
All right.
Both ways, either way.
Stephen Reed said, what product do you recommend for someone starting a workout schedule? That's not enough info, really.
Well, first, before you worry about a product, make sure you're eating healthy. You know, try to get a good meal plan in. Try not to eat too much sugar. Eat enough protein. That's about the basics. And you can go through our videos and see a bunch of stuff. But anybody can drink the Champ Pro Formula 1. That's a meal replacement protein. Anybody can drink the aminos. My 5-year-old daughter literally eats the powder, and I got another daughter who's 15 months. She will drink it. I mean, it's great stuff. Anybody can take the champ packs. I can't say my kids take those because they're not going to swallow the pills. But my kids drink the protein and they freaking love it. So those 3 products anybody in the world can take, and then you just kind of trickle on. Well, if you want to lose fat, you got the hyperlean leanate. You want to build muscle, you got the SARMs and the Laxgen and stuff like that. So I'm sure some other people will probably comment now, give us some more stuff.
On the heels of that, Chris Martinson says, are there any downsides to drinking aminos literally all day long? Not sure what's used for sweetener, but looking to cut as much sugar as possible and wasn't sure if this would affect it. Thank you. I drink them all day long.
Yeah, I've been drinking them all day since...
Literally all day long, I drink.
I couldn't give you a timeline, yeah. Years.
I have this at my desk, so if I knock it over, it doesn't spill. I take it down to the shop when I'm sewing. I've got it up here when I'm cutting belts. Anywhere, like all day long, I keep this thing filled up with 2 scoops of aminos in it. All day.
Splenda and stevia. I use Splenda and stevia in all my products because I've seen that if you use a little bit of each instead of a lot of one, it works better with no aftertaste. But that's what we use.
Forrest Smith. He says, what is the meaning of life?
Meaning of life. Man, that's actually, I don't know.
That's a whole fucking series of videos.
Yeah.
Gordon Weisenhunt. What exercise would Justin recommend to strengthen my neck after recently having C5, C6 vertebrae fused once released / cleared by my doctor to train again?
That's a great question. I love neck training. I train a bunch of athletes in impact sports, MMA, football, you name it. So the first thing you need to start with when released is, if you know about planks for your core, I would consider them planks for the necks or static holds. So basically you put your hand on the side of your head and you push into it, and you're holding a straight spine, but I'm pushing. You may not can tell. If I push really hard and shake, you could probably tell, but go this way, go forward. Don't curve your spine like this and do it at first. Just try to push forward, and then again, go the same way backwards. That's the first few things. And then if you have a band, you can order a physical therapy exercise band. You can tie it to a cabinet or whatever. Get some resistance pulling against you and go this way, and then that way, and then forward, backward. I know it looks like a chicken, but that's what you want to do.
How do you do this one? Not like this.
Yeah, you want to go forward.
For like 20 reps?
Yeah, and it feels really weird, but you got to think of the axis of the neck. There's a guy named Dr. Charlie Weineroff.
That's going to be my screensaver for my phone now.
That?
Yeah.
If you look up Dr. Charlie Weineroff, train equals rehab, rehab equals training. I have both sets of his seminars. I don't have time to go to a seminar, so I bought his and watched them. They were great. They have a lot of stuff on there, but he's really good with necks and stuff like that.
I got...
Hope I answered your question.
Pierre Joseph Kamal. I wish you could have met him. He was actually here. Cool dude. I have Osgood-Slaughter's disease in my right knee, and as a mechanic, I'm on my feet all day. I'm trying to get back in the gym, and I always stayed away from squatting and deadlifting due to knee issues. Do you have any exercise that will help?
Yeah, I have Osgood-Slaughter's in both knees. I was diagnosed when I was 13 years old. It's very painful. There's one surgery they can do to shave down the bone, but I have not seen enough results out of that to actually go through the surgery myself. I've contemplated it 2 or 3 times, but I never had the surgery. And the Osgood-Slaughter's can also cause chronic patella tendinitis, which is what it's done to me. But, and long story short, yes, I have exercises for that. You need to get your hamstrings and glutes ridiculously strong. You need to increase the volume of your hamstring training and glutes and hips to be almost to the level of NFL quality. If you've got Osgood-Slaughter's disease, you need to be able to withstand. And I know that seems a little dramatic, but I'm in severe pain all the time in my knees unless I attack with a vengeance. And I don't know what kind of pain you're in, but if you have a true Osgood-Slaughter's and a progressive chronic patella tendinitis, you're going to freaking be hurting. And when I see volume, I'm thinking, you know, when you do your hamstrings, your leg curls, just the basic leg curl stuff, pick 3 of them, maybe standing, lying, and seated leg curl. Okay, those are 3 different exercises, and maybe 10 sets of each with a rep range of say 6 to 15, just somewhere in that range. That's 30 sets. That's just knee flexion. That's just bending the knee. Then you got hip dominant hamstrings, which is more of like deadlifts or stiff leg deadlifts. You need to do that too, but then you also need to do bridges. Lay flat on your back and do hip thrust. Those are great for the glutes. Again, once you do all of that, then you need to do TKEs, which is terminal knee extensions. You can take a band, strap around something, hook it on your knee, and it's just like this. But then after you do all that, you can work into isolateral leg work. One-legged leg press, one-legged squat, one-legged lunges, step-ups. I mean, I've got millions of things you can do. But if you have a true case of that and you are in severe pain, which I am, and I know how serious it is, you can do that 3 days a week, and you'll see results. But if you don't attack it, and you're not ferocious, forget it. You're going to hurt.
It's a lot of shit in addition to normal workout.
It is. It is.
So is that a second visit to the gym pretty much?
I dedicate a whole day to it when I do it. It depends on, I go by pain level. Like at any given time, I want to be able to go from 0 to full speed. Protect my life, protect my family, protect my kids, protect my friends. No matter, you never know the situation. I don't want to be in a bank and it start to be robbing me. Go, hold on, let me stretch my legs, let me get my rotator cuffs, let me get ready, and then I'm going to fight this bad guy. Fuck no, we can't do that.
But you do that every time we get out of a car anyway, so you should really be ready.
Right, that's why I do that.
Okay.
But in the present, that's what you got to think. And I know it is a lot of work, but if you're in pain, you do that amount of work. Your pain reduces, then you can cut back the workload.
Good one, Pierre. Mark Gordon, I have sleep apnea. Would like to know if Tropin would be safe to use. And when I say I have sleep apnea, I mean a bad case of it. Doc said I stopped breathing 654 times when I had my sleep study. So does that mean that dude's on a CPAP machine? Yeah. He's got to be.
Yeah. I don't know if you're on prescription sleeping pills or not. I have severe sleep apnea as well. I have a machine. I don't use it all the time like I should. But when Tropin was being invented, it was because I didn't want to be on prescription sleeping meds anymore. To sleep with it, and I call it a spider on my face because I freaking hate it. But I had Ambien, I had Lunesta, I had Xanax, Klonopin. You name it, the doctors tried it. Because it only worked for like 6 weeks. And then they keep increasing the dose, and the doctor's like, oh, we can't give you anymore.
I'm like, your heart.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not sleeping. I've got this freaking thing on my face, and you want me to sleep. And there's a tube coming out. It's blowing air so hard in my nose, my mouth would pop open because the pressure only goes so high. But, yeah, the Tropin would help. But if you're on a prescription sleeping medication already, you might want to be easy. Make sure it don't interact. I've taken Tropin with sleeping medications when I couldn't sleep before, and had no problems with it. But the idea is, of course, to be on all natural stuff and not your prescriptions if it's necessary.
Do a little dance, Justin.
Do a little dance. John went to answer the door. I don't have questions.
Did you stop talking?
No, I was just waiting on you. I answered the question. I was like, shit. I don't have any.
Just do a little dance.
That's what she said.
Kevin Martin, do you think creatine is good for overall health to take even without working out? What creatine do you recommend for daily? Really? The one I saw on your website was the pre-workout, unless I completely missed it. You completely missed it.
Yeah, okay. Two-part question. Is creatine good for overall health? Yes. If you just Google it and read about it, you're going to read tons of stuff. Some of it is kind of crazy, but the rest of it, and the new labels look a little different than that, but
it's the P2.
The P2 is the creatine is healthy for everybody. My dad was giving me creatine. I think he would stir it in my cereal when I was like 6 years old, and oatmeal and all that stuff. I didn't even know it was in there. But creatine's healthy. It's great for you. It's in red meat, but we don't consume enough red meat because all the saturated fats, and we kind of want to save our heart. But the creatine on the website is the P2. It's a creatine HCl, 1,500 milligrams of it, which is a perfect dose. The reason I use HCl is because some of us are non-responders. The old creatine monohydrate has been proven to work millions and millions of times. but it does cause gastrointestinal upset for some people. I'm that guy. It tears my stomach up. I can use the purest creatine monohydrate, trademark, name brand, you name it, still hurts my stomach. I do not like it, and it does make me retain extra water weight. Creatine HCl, I get all the strength, all the endurance, all the performance benefits, and the brain benefits with 0 water weight and 0 gastrointestinal upset. Plus, we put ATP in there just to help your Krebs cycle, help you have a little more energy. No, it's not a stimulant. It won't keep you awake. You can take it and go straight to sleep. But you want to get P2 for your creatine.
I think I feel it when I take it, though.
Yeah, you will, because your body functions better. When the Krebs cycle works better, you just feel better.
Like I've used a lot of creatines. Like from the time it came out, back when it was fucking voodoo, take it for 2 days, drink it with grapefruit juice, warm water shit.
Yep.
And I never felt it until I used, there was a product I was using right before yours, and I told Colin, I'm like, man, this has stimulant. And he's like, it doesn't, man. It's fucking clean creatine. You feel it. And the same thing when I started taking yours, like I noticed it even more so. Like I swore for a long time it had stimulant in it.
Yep. And the same creatine used before mine was one of the motivators for me, because I use that ingredient when it
notice that's all gone. Like we sterilized, we pulled all the product. I gave everything that wasn't Swinney except that shit. I gave it all to a friend of mine. He walked out of here with a fucking 20-gallon tote full of fucking products.
All the old stuff.
A lot of it was brand new, I know.
I'll be excited when we get our new SF in, because it's going to make our amino energy. That's going to be good stuff.
That'll be nice.
Probably 4 to 6 weeks.
Brad Mead, I have ADD, and I have a hard time focusing on material I don't find interesting. I have a major exam I need to study for and take in February. Will Focus 5 help me out? How much should I take?
Yes. Make sure you take it on an empty stomach. If you have true ADD, you're on prescription medications, so you could probably get away with just taking like 3 to 5 Focus 5s. You won't need a ton if you're already on prescription medications, because you realize it will make them work better. I've actually been doing studies over the last month about a few different ingredients, because the Tropin in my Focus 5, they're trying to make banned where we can't get, because it upregulates to a prescription drug in the body.
Of course they are.
But
you mean because they can't tax it?
Because they can't tax it. The good news is it forced me to do a lot more research and find something that could possibly even work better. So probably in the next 6 months, you'll see a Tropin come out of Focus 5 and be replaced with 2 more ingredients, and then we're making some upgrades to it, so hopefully it'll work better.
What about buying a shitload of Tropin?
I don't even know if you can right now. I called my lab and I said, I'll buy everything there is, and they're like, we can't buy any.
Wow.
And I said, okay.
They don't stop.
They won't, yeah. And my lab is so legit. They're CGMP certified, NSF certified. They will not do anything that's risky.
So we just got to find a Cobra farm.
Yeah, in Thailand. Hey, Ken was just down there, wasn't he? Doing Muay Thai school.
Yeah, Ken.
We should have called him and be like, hey man, can you find us a Cobra farm down there in Thailand?
Some Cobra venom sacks. Jared Butler, does he ever do cleanse? And if so, what does he recommend?
Let's see. The company.
What's he talking about, cleanse?
Cleanse would be like where you take a colon cleanse and stuff like that. You basically poop your brains out. Yeah, I do them occasionally. They're good for. It's good for us as males to really take care of our colons. If you're not going number 2 every day, there's a problem. You're going to have toxins. If you maybe every other day.